G'day, welcome back to Dad versus Son. We're going on with Combat Commander with our 2011 PresCon tournament road trip to Athens. I almost had a goodies flashback. I was going to say, and now for a walk in the Black Forest. But I didn't. I've behaved myself just. Righto, so we're going on and it is the British turn. We are at time 3 of 6 to sudden death. The British have lost one squad with an LMG. They're sitting on 11 VP. And that's about it. Not much else is happening. Thank God. Righto. So getting back into it, the Brits have this move action, order, this move order, this fire, and this command confusion demolitions. So let's have a look at what we want to do. So looking here first, we don't really want to move from here, that's for sure. We could fire out of here because these are starting to really build up on us now. And there's no way I want to retreat out of here and give them the pillbox at this stage of the game. So let's just have a look what else we've got. So we've got this guards unit here who could maybe come up and give us a little bit of support, which would be handy. We have a line squad up here who could start to do a run around and put some fire there. We have this line team here simply holding objective 1. We have the guards in objective 4 in the sunken road at the moment. And we have Sergeant Percival here. It's our new bloke, Sergeant Foyle. So that's what we're going to actually do first. We're going to use a move order, and we're going to get Sergeant Foyle to come up. So he's going to go 1 to there, and there's no line of sight that way. And there should be no line of sight that way due to the hedge, one would think. No, there is a line of sight. Oh, no. Okay, so he's there. That's fine. And he has a line of sight as well. Right. So do they want to fire the HMG, which would be firing for 8, plus 1 is 9, minus 1 for the field into there. Let's see, they have 2 command confusions, a fire, a recover, an artillery, and a rout. So do they really want to waste their fire on that one thing? And I would have to say probably not. No, they're not going to. So Sergeant Foyle is then going to move into the buildings here. Well, I suppose they're not buildings, are they? What are they calling them now? If they don't take 2 hexes or something, they're only huts. Let me get this right. A hut is defined as any obviously man-made structure other than a bridge that occupies only 1 hex. So they only give 2 cover and 4 hindrance. So they don't actually block line of sight, and I've been playing it wrong. My apologies. Okay, I thought that all buildings were the same, but they're not. So for it to be a building, it must cover at least 2 hexes. So these are all huts, effectively, and they do not block line of sight. So, bugger. Okay, I will have to try and remember that in future. I thought somebody might have told me that. It's something I've been screwing up the whole time. Or maybe it's one of those rules that people either don't know or they don't care about, and it's easier to just say all buildings are buildings, which is the way I'm sort of thinking of going. But I started with them all being buildings, so I'm going to finish at least this scenario with them all being buildings, cover 3, and I'm not going to change that because it wouldn't be fair to me or the other me who's playing the other side either. Righto, so we've done our move. We're sitting there. What do we want to do now? We have a move and we have a fire. And again, we don't really want to fire because we want to save that in case they move. So I'm going to use this other move order, which is the last thing we can do. And I'm going to move this line unit up here. So he's going to go 2 to there, and they are not going to fire. And he's going to go 2 to there, and they are not going to fire. Right, that's it for the Brits. I'll get their 2 cards, and we're to the Germans. Right, so like we said, they have a recover, which they don't need to use at the moment. They have a rout. They could try and rout our squad down here, but considering he is sitting there for 13, that's impossible. Well, not really. I suppose anything could happen with events. He has an artillery request, which is probably the best way to go. So he's going to do that. So the artillery request is going to be from Lieutenant Laubach, and he is going to go here. Now, is that a good idea, or here? Here is easier, that's for sure. I'm just trying to work out which way it's going to go. Okay. We'll go there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. There is no hindrance or anything else. Okay, 4. And I think 30 is adequate. Okay, so it's going to go 4, 6. So it goes 1 in direction 4 and 1 in direction 6, which puts it right on the ouch factor there. Righto. So I'll just put him here. Okay, so it's going to affect this hex and this hex. So we do this one first. So it's hitting for 9 plus 10, 19. Ouch. Righto. Now, do the Brits have anything to help? And they have 1 concealment if we need to or want to. Okay, so we'll do the weapons team first. So he's there for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I think it's still -1 for the road, so it's 11. And 4 is only 15, not enough. So weapons team is gazunkted. Then we have the weapons, this weapons team again, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. -1 is 11 because of the road, and 5 is 16, so he's gazunkted as well. Sorry. He is wounded, reduced, broken, whichever word you want to use. And we have Sergeant Foyle, who is 8, 11, -1 is 10. Plus 8 is 18. He nearly made it, but not quite. Or as Maxwell Smart would say, missed it by that much. Rightio. Now we're coming into here. So again, we have a 9 plus 12. Okay, we got 21 this time. They really don't like my people. Okay. So first things first, we'll move the time 4 to time forward to time 4. The Brits get another victory point. We shuffle up the German cards. The Germans do not have a dig in, and neither do the Brits. There is no smoke. There are no reserves coming on board. I think that's about it. Nothing else to happen. Okay. Okie dokie. So the Germans are shuffled. So the Brits, we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. plus 7 is 19, which is wonderful, except it's not enough. And the event is gain 1 victory point for each objective you hold. And we currently hold 4. So we now have 16 victory points. And he is hit. Then we have this line squad, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's not enough either. So it looks like the Germans might be able to punch right through us. However, the Brits are now out of cards. So we go again. Time to 5 of 6. 17 VPs. And again, we have no smoke, we have no reserves to come on board, and we have no dig-ins. Righty-o. So we have 21 and we have 8, 9, 10, 11 for Sergeant Percival, and not enough. It's only 6, so he's only on 17. Right. Oh, there we go. So that was a damn fine go for their radio. Okay, next. Recover, route, fire, command confusion, command confusion. So, I think what we want to do is really, really hurt them at the moment as much as we can. So they're now going to fire, and they're going to activate Lieutenant Schrader and his tribe, as we keep saying, and to shoot in here to poor Corporal Nettles' area. So we have 8 plus 1 is 9, 10, 11, 12 into here. And, yep, so it's 12 into there. Is there anything to help? And they have hand grenades. Now, do I want to use that, or do I want to keep to try and rout everybody? And that's what we might actually do. Yeah. So we have 12 going in there. Oh, plus 9. So we're still on 21. Okay. Rightio. So the weapons team first is 8, 9, 14. And I think we're still going -1 for the road. So 13. 13 and 9 is 22. Well done, that man. And the sniper is at C6. And C6 is right where all our people are sitting, so it's not really going to make any difference. Right, next is this line squad, which is already broken. So again, we have 7, 8, 13, -1 is 12, plus 12 is 24. He's safe. Okay, so the first thing is we are now at sudden death. Okie dokie. So we'll shuffle these up, and we need to get a 6 or better for the game to keep going. Okay, 6 or better. Okay, cards are shuffled, back in the box, and we only have 5. Game over! Righto. So, sudden death finish. Let's have a look here. The Germans were just getting into their stride and about to break us, I think. So, we have looked at all this at the moment. So the only objective that's going to make any difference is this one here. And that is objective 4 is worth 1 VP. And objective 4 is our guard unit down in here. So, the Brits, sorry, I keep saying Brits, the Anzacs, the Commonwealth, British forces, ended up with 18 victory points by my reckoning. Lost 1 unit and held the Germans up, which is all they were supposed to be, is a speed bump to stop them. So I'm actually quite impressed with that. So everything up here has been reduced. He's been reduced. Corporal Nettles would have ended up with, yeah, he was safe, that's for sure. So there we go. What am I going to do next then? Let's have a look. Ooh, we're going to Greece, people. It's scenario 19, the Metaxas season. So it'll be the Germans against the Greeks, and the Greeks use the French Fate deck. So that's where we're playing next. Scenario 19 on map 19. So thanks very much again for your perseverance, your comments, your advice, your help, and I cannot say enough times that I really do appreciate it. I've also taken on board again the comments about the secret objectives and the sides actually turning them over and having a look at the start of the game. And I believe that the reason for turning them over is bloody good, because yes, you can set yourself up to either hold or take specific objectives, which is really important, or to get your people off the board if that's what the objective is as well. But again, I think for one player, for playing solo, it is the main fog of war effect that you can get in the game. Okay? It just adds that little bit of spice. You get right to the end and you go, well, did we or didn't we win? Okay, was there some weird and wonderful thing which quickly pushed it the other way? And that's just my thoughts. The other thing was this objectives thing. Seems to be working at the moment, so I'll keep trying it. Again, thanks to Crankbait. It seems to be working well. And again, I appreciate him playing through the scenarios just ahead of me most of the time to try and see what his does against what mine does, and what outcome we get. So again, thank you very much. I appreciate it. A couple of clicks for you again. And welcome to all those new people that have, well, not all, welcome to those new people that have subscribed to the channel. Again, I very, very much appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying this. And remember, this is for fun. We're not playing for sheep stations, battleships, or to conquer the world. This is all for fun. So enjoy, have a giggle, make a comment, and I hope to hear from you next time as well. Bye for now.